The specifications and features of the Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti, such as the memory, clock speed, ray tracing cores, etc. The Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti is a mid-range graphics card that is expected to launch on May 24, 2023. It is based on the Ada Lovelace architecture and built on the 5nm process by TSMC. The RTX 4060 Ti features a new GPU variant called AD106, which has a die size of 190 mm2 and a power consumption of 160 W. The RTX 4060 Ti has 4,352 CUDA cores, which are the basic units for parallel processing in Nvidia GPUs. This is slightly lower than the RTX 3060 Ti, which has 4,864 CUDA cores. However, the RTX 4060 Ti compensates for this by having a higher boost clock speed of 2,535 MHz, compared to the RTX 3060 Ti's 1,665 MHz. This means that the RTX 4060 Ti can perform more calculations per second than the RTX 3060 Ti. The RTX 4060 Ti also has 128 tensor cores and 32 ray tracing cores, which are specialized units for machine learning and realistic lighting effects respectively. The tensor cores enable features such as DLSS, Deep Learning Super Sampling, which uses artificial intelligence to enhance the image quality and performance of games. The ray tracing cores enable features such as RTX, ray tracing, which simulates how light interacts with objects and surfaces in games. The RTX 4060 Ti comes with 8 GB of GDDR6 memory, which is the same amount as the RTX 3060 Ti. However, the RTX 4060 Ti has a narrower memory bus width of 128-bit, compared to the RTX 3060 Ti's 256-bit. This means that the RTX 4060 Ti has less bandwidth to transfer data between the GPU and the memory. To mitigate this, the RTX 4060 Ti has a higher memory speed of 18 gigabits per second, compared to the RTX 3060 Ti's 14 gigabits per second. This means that the RTX 4060 Ti can access more data per second than the RTX 3060 Ti. The RTX 4060 Ti supports PCI Express 4.0 x8 interface, which is a faster connection between the GPU and the motherboard than PCI Express 3.0 x16 interface. This allows for more data transfer between the GPU and other components in the system. The RTX 4060 Ti also supports HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort 1.4a outputs, which enable higher resolutions and refresh rates for monitors and TVs. The RTX 4060 Ti is expected to offer excellent performance for gaming at resolutions up to 1440p and high settings. It is also expected to support advanced features such as DLSS and RTX in many games. The RTX 4060 Ti is likely to be one of the best graphics cards for most people who want a balance between price and performance. One of the most important questions that many gamers have about the Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti is when and where they can get their hands on this highly anticipated mid-range GPU. In this section, we will cover the availability and pricing of the Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti, as well as the best places to buy it and any potential issues with stock or scalping. The Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti is expected to launch on May 24, 2023, according to various sources. This is just a day before AMD is rumored to release its Radeon RX 7600, which could be a direct competitor to the RTX 4060 Ti. Nvidia has not officially confirmed the launch date yet, so it could change depending on the market situation and supply chain factors. The Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti will likely come in two memory variants, 8GB and 16GB. The 8GB version is said to be available on launch day, while the 16GB version will be delayed until late July. This means that if you want more VRAM for your gaming needs, you will have to wait a bit longer or opt for a higher-end card like the RTX 4070 or RTX 4080. The pricing of the Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti is also a matter of speculation at this point. Some reports suggest that the card will cost $399, about £299, 540 Australian dollars, or higher for the Founders Edition, which is the same as the previous generation RTX 3060 Ti. However, other sources claim that the card will cost $449, about £360, 670 Australian dollars, which would be a $50 increase over the RTX 3060 Ti's MSRP. The price difference could be due to the different memory configurations or other factors. The best places to buy the Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti will depend on your location and availability. You can try to order directly from Nvidia's website or from authorized retailers like Amazon, Best Buy, Newegg, etc. However, given the high demand and low supply of GPUs in general, you might face some challenges in finding a card in stock or at a reasonable price. Scalpers and bots could also snatch up the cards before you get a chance to buy them. To avoid missing out on the Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti, you should keep an eye on online trackers and alerts that notify you when a card is in stock or available for pre-order. You can also join online communities and forums where fellow gamers share tips and tricks on how to secure a card. You should also be wary of scams and fake listings that might try to take advantage of your eagerness to buy a new GPU. The Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti is one of the most exciting GPU launches of the year, and we hope that you can get your hands on one soon. The card promises to deliver excellent performance and features for a mid-range price point, making it a great choice for many gamers. However, you should also be prepared for some potential hurdles and challenges in finding and buying one, as well as some possible price fluctuations depending on the market situation.